Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to a little first look at Stargate Timekeepers, a game coming soon to PC, which will be in the style of almost like Commandos or Desperados, or even that one based in Japan, I think it's called Blades of the Shogun. Well, Slytherin, the developer of this game, has been having an absolute stellar year, and I cannot urge you people enough to go and check out all the games that are coming to Steam in the next year from Slytherin, including this, Stargate Timekeepers. If you're a big fan of Stargate, they're really trying to stay true to not only the television series, but also a lot of written lore and such around Stargate, and they're not really going into anything about SG-1, but kind of trying to create their own stories based on the Battle of the Arctic or the Antarctic. I can't quite recall which one it is, but or it is in the series, but it will be really cool to see. The first little bit of footage we're going to see here is from the top-down experience. You'll recognize it right away. It's in that same format. The other games that I can recommend coming soon from this dev too are Broken Arrow, a Cold War-based real-time strategy game coming soon. There's also going to be a Terminator real-time strategy game coming soon too, taking place in the future after the Earth's been destroyed, and also a Starship Troopers real-time strategy game too. So this developer kind of used to make more quiet-like RTS games, a little smaller scale, a little bit more lacking on the graphics, but yet having the heart and soul of a real-time strategy game. And now they're really stretching their legs, grabbing all sorts of different IPs and making strategy games out of them, and making their own custom strategy games too. So it's really been exciting to see them having a fantastic year. Here we see some of the basic stuff you'd notice in a strategy game such as this. I don't know what you could call this, maybe a tactical strategy game, or real-time tactical strategy, where it's all about sneaking and taking advantage of characters' abilities and different types of specials that they have, special abilities to lure guards away from positions or knock them out from afar, or carry multiple guards to a kind of more secluded place to hide them from patrols. In that case there, you saw that character throw a gun or shell casing and distract the guard while they were able to sneak past. And this is kind of after the battle where a lot of ships have been destroyed, and so they're working their way through the wreckage. We're going to see a little bit of Mission 1 and Mission 2, and I think in this game there'll be about 15 total missions. So obviously getting more and more difficult as time goes on. And this will be the type of game too where you'll be able to use active pause between those characters to time takedowns at the same time. And this will be kind of cool, as this is one of those quick save games where you spam quick save often, you know, in order to play a level for the first time and actually try to get through it, and then the fourth or fifth time you play it, it gets easier and easier each time. So this character here also has an SMG that they're able to take down other enemy troops with and distract them. Now we're on to a second mission taking place somewhere through one of the time gates, and in a different obviously in a different universe or planet, or however that may work here, and taking advantage more of stealth this time around. So going more into bushes and then ambushing enemies, or utilizing some of the equipment that's on the map to take them out too. I can really equate this game closely to Desperados, because the at least the map here really reminds me of like the American West, but there's going to be all sorts of different planets, and they're doing a lot of logging here, so we can use some of the logging equipment to take down the enemies. And someone else is playing, of course. This is not any of the game footage I've got that I've recorded myself, but it will be good to see some of the other missions and what the storyline will outlay in the future. Some characters moving around, being a little bit more patient, waiting for the patrols to clear, and then making their move to go and do a little takedown there. Nice. So one of the things that's really nice here too is the environments look lush, and it's cool to see the top-down aspect of this type of game. It'll work the best in this style for this type of gameplay. I was expecting, again, more of an XCOM type game from this. When I saw the title Stargate Timekeepers, I thought to myself, oh boy, we're going to get like a 6 to 8 something or other squad, and maybe be able to switch people out, maybe go into 4 to 6 people missions and such. And though that would have been cool, I think this is a better way to deliver a linear story, as where in the XCOM style it would have been more about a really prolonged gameplay and battle. Either way, I think both formulas would work good, but I'm really delighted to see more of these stealth strategy type games where, yes, again, you can use the equipment and other things in the world to eliminate or get rid of enemies, which is hilarious. And as they mentioned during the Slytherin event, the series Stargate did have a little bit of comedy in there too, so some of the takedowns are going to be comedic and such, and not everything's going to be serious all the time, which makes it more fun. And this is the type of game where once you beat it the first time, you want to play it again, learning all the knowledge on getting through areas of the first playthrough, and after your first one, then you come through and try to do it even faster and stealthier than the time before. Another game I can equate to this, you may have seen on the channel, is War Mongrels, and that game too is a lot of fun, of hiding from enemy patrols, and though that one's much more serious and very historically toned, though, you know, it's a work of fiction, though, based on actual history. This here allows, there we go, nice little takedown there, right into the lake. This one allows for the developers to really do whatever they want within the lore of Stargate, but yet to have some of their own creativity too. So there's been a lot of this genre coming out for the last year, and or actually the last couple of years, with, again, Desperados 3 and some updates to Blades of the Shogun having some new DLCs, and Stargate, and also the War Mongrels game coming out. This has been really good if you're into these types of games. I couldn't be more happy to see more and more of these games coming around where it's all about kind of patience and timing and a little bit of planning. And we're going to see some bad planning here from the enemy, who has unfortunately wasted a vehicle here. Just hold on. They're going to hotwire it, and there you go. Boom, right into those guys. A good explosion. Sweet. All right, well, Stargate Timekeepers coming soon, sometime in 2022. I'll be excited to see a little bit more. That's about all I could find from that, but again, yeah, producers of Warhammer Gladius and Slytherin has just been knocking it out with all sorts of amazing titles. So this one's not really for you. Again, check out some of the other games on the channel. Starship Troopers, a new Terminator game coming, Broken Arrow. Those might be more of your cup of tea if this isn't really your thing. But again, keep an eye on Slytherin as a studio, because they've recently, in the past, made some pretty good strategy games. So lacking a little bit on the presentation, they have all the heart and all this, like the history and the research behind them. And now they're really starting to develop the gameplay to be a little bit more user-friendly so more people can get into them, and they're kind of more simplified so anybody can, you know, from any other genre can learn quickly and become a good player, yet with still a lot of challenge too. Things aren't dumbed down for no reason. They've actually still got a lot of challenge to them and ways to make them more challenging too. I could imagine this game will also have many difficulty settings to make it harder to your liking. So anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for watching today's episode on Stargate Timekeepers. Again, coming out sometime next year, and I cannot urge you folks enough to, again, take a look at this and many other titles that I've mentioned, and of course to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more about Stargate Timekeepers and or a full playthrough sometime in the future. Smack like, let me know you want to see more, and I appreciate your time. Thanks again, by the way, for a fantastic year on the channel of 1 million subscribers. Thanks again for all the wonderful new members. Smack and join to support the channel too, and everybody who comes into those lovely live streams. And I think Stargate Timekeepers would be a good game for a live stream as well. For those of you looking to do a speed run, also a great idea for a good challenge once you've got it down pat. All right, well, anyway, that's my time for today. Thanks again for all the support, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.